And a good Thursday afternoon, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz. It was a very cloudy and a foggy start to this morning. Take a look at this video meteorologist Aaron White took downtown where the tops of buildings just shrouded and kind of heading off into the low clouds. And actually, fog really is just a cloud that is on the ground. So after that cloudy start, we're looking at a little bit of improvement this afternoon. Not much as yesterday with the sunshine, but at least we are a little bit better than we were this morning. Now, take a look at the situation. Your current forecast is as follows. Cloudy skies, that's it. The fog really started at the ground and didn't do much to lift its way off of the ground. We're looking at, it appears to be, a couple of sprinkles out there. I just drove in from outside of 270 and did not see a single raindrop, and you probably won't either. If you have plans this evening, what you see is what you get. That's cloudy skies and maybe a scattered shower. But before we get to the local forecast in the short term, take a little bit longer look at what's coming down the pike. Right now, we're looking at a pretty large area of some showers and thunderstorms. Main area well to our south and staying there. Clearly kind of just looking at that movement pretty much from west to east. That's fine. That's wave one. That's going to hit areas south of the Ohio River. However, as we expand this out further still, we're looking at a very large area of rain and snow. Don't get carried away. Snow in the Rocky Mountains, but the rain, a lot of moisture across the south central plains. This second wave has a much better chance of lifting a little further north, kind of on the heels of wave number one, and that will be our forecast focus heading into the second part of tomorrow and even parts of central Ohio into your weekend. And that's what we're going to break down for you in the next couple of minutes. 10 weather impact, though, getting there, getting into that all-important weekend. We're looking forward to it as much as you are, I know. It will be milder, temperatures stair-stepping up into the 50s. Rain is expected on Friday. We'll break it down for you hour by hour. However, after those showers pass on by, looking at nicer weather this weekend and even into next week. But I'm telling you right now, on this Thursday, that it's not going to be anywhere near that nice when we get to next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's a big travel day Wednesday, Thanksgiving Thursday, and a big day for shopping, family and friends, and kind of recovering from that turkey on Friday. So things are going to change. Downtown right now, at least you can see downtown. That was not the case earlier today. We're seeing low clouds out there. Might see a sprinkle, but they'll be few and far between. Traffic moving fine, as you would expect, on the middle of this afternoon on dry roads. So look pretty much to stay the course for the rest of the afternoon. Temperature struggling a bit, even with the cloudy skies out there. We started off mild, right around 40, but with the southerly winds at about 5 miles an hour, we're slowly going to see temperatures creeping upward. With any luck, we're going to get up to around 50 degrees this afternoon, but no real heat wave, just above normal, which is great compared to where we started the week with a very blustery Sunday into Monday. Now looking at tomorrow's forecast, painting with a broad brush, generally speaking, a mild and dry start. The clouds increase, the shower chances do as the temperatures. We should be into the 50s on your Friday, but notice that chance of rain 1, 3, 5, and 7, and of course in between that 2, 4, 6, and 8, likely to see some showers too. So let's break it down for you hour by hour, getting into your Friday forecast. Latest models, as we said, a dry start to the day. Mid-morning through middle part of the afternoon, that wave of rain, remember wave number 2 that was down around Texas? That's making its way here, but not until midday and later on Friday. Watching the area of green spreading a little further north, could be a pretty wet afternoon and evening for some. A commute will be on the damp side for sure. As we look at the area, the darker green and some yellow, a bit of heavier shower. No threat of thunderstorms, but just a kind of a persistent on and off rain for the second half of your Friday. Not a whole lot better for Friday night. As we look at Friday night, actually into wee hours of Saturday morning, that last wave kind of moves through. 8 o'clock Saturday morning. You might be sleeping in, and that's just fine. But if you have plans to head down to the shoe to get ready for that Buckeye game, I think you're going to be in pretty good shape. We will see cloudy skies continuing, maybe a stray light shower early in the morning on Saturday. Other than that, we'll see increasing amounts of sunshine during the day, bright skies. It'll be breezy, but it'll be dry, so that extra layer, a good idea. Might not need that once you get into the shoe with a couple, 100,000 other your family and friends and fans, but sunglasses also a good idea. And for the rest of the afternoon on Saturday, you'll have a chance with fair skies to celebrate that Buckeye victory. Now, let's get to Saturday into Sunday. As I said, watching the sunshine moving through. Once those showers, they'll be few and far between. Once they're out Saturday morning, we're going to clear things out. Notice the wind direction, generally a west or northwest breeze. It's not going to be terribly windy. It's going to be brisk but dry and sunny. Not a bad finish at all. Saturday evening should be rather pleasant. Saturday night, more of the same. Into Sunday morning, that last little wave of clouds go through. And as it does, you might notice a subtle change, but an important one in the wind direction. we're seeing a bit of a southerly wind. And anytime, even this time of the year, mid to late November, you couple a southerly breeze, which is a warm wind, with sunny skies, which is still rather weak, but we'll take it. That's going to warm temperatures up just a bit. So a pleasant start to your Sunday, a pleasant finish to your Sunday and your weekend, and we're going to pick up right there on Monday. But as I said a couple moments ago, that's not going to last. We are tracking some showers early next week, but then the cold air really begins to move back in. These are the forecast high temperatures on Thursday, which just happens to be Thanksgiving Day. 33. And that could be a bit of an issue if we get precipitation, and there's a very slight chance right now, maybe a rain or a snow shower. But the other thing, always try and find that silver lining. All those leftovers, as long as you can keep them off the ground and away from the pets, just stick them outside. They'll be just fine until you're ready for round number 2 or 3 later on Thursday or on Friday. 10 weather impact, 7-day forecast for you. You see a lot of 50s out there. Tomorrow being one of those days. It'll be warm, breezy, but wet, especially afternoon and Friday night. Saturday, slight chance of a morning shower. That's gone. Your Saturday afternoon, your Sunday, and your Monday, just fine. Enjoy it, savor it. Maybe you got a couple things to do in the yard. Maybe you got some shopping. And an unrelated but friendly reminder, if you're buying a frozen turkey, you need to get it the next couple of days because those things take 3, 4, 5 days to thaw in the refrigerator. Just keep that in mind, coming from somebody who has not remembered that for the past couple of Thanksgivings. Sunday to Monday to Tuesday, we're keeping the upper 50s, but also bringing in a pretty good slug of rain. Wednesday will be drying out, but then dropping temperatures. And as I said, the very slight chance of a shower, maybe a flurry on Thanksgiving Day, but Mother Nature will take care of the refrigeration. High on Thursday, only 35 degrees. So you got not a major issue there, but something that we're looking toward the middle and end of next week. So as we do look ahead toward that week of Thanksgiving, you may want to plan on a comfortable outfit, a winter coat. Meteorologist Aaron White has more on the cold front heading our way.
Yeah, Jerry, so we are talking about this colder air that's likely coming in here for the middle to end of next week, just in time for Thanksgiving. And as we look at our Thanksgiving Day forecast right now, calling for 35 for a high. Mostly cloudy skies, even a few flurries not out of the question. And while we're not talking about a big storm, aside from that rain coming in here for Tuesday into Wednesday, we are talking about much colder air to follow that system. And what's going on, of course, we've had all these mild temperatures so far in the 50s and really going through the weekend forecast into early next week. But all this cold air is locked up in Canada thanks to the jet stream being a bit further north. But what's going to be happening is as a system tracks through the area, it's going to pull down all this colder air here across the Midwest. And that's going to lead to those highs in the 30s. Potential for some highs in the 20s, overnight lows down in the teens. So likely this is going to be the coldest air of the season so far, just in time for Thanksgiving Day.
All right, it's not great news, but it's news. Thanks for that, Aaron, and that update. On to some space news today. NASA is sharing images of an interstellar comet. First observed earlier this year, the 3-1 Atlas comet is only the third object ever identified as entering our solar system from somewhere else in the galaxy. Yeah, try and figure that one out. While it poses no threat to Earth and will get no closer than 170 million miles to our planet, the comet flew within 19 million miles of Mars in early October. Spacecraft across the solar system, as well as ground-based observatories, have been able to observe this comet as it passes through our celestial neighborhood and study how that comet behaves. Finally, today, let's check out some new video into us here at 10 TV. Thanks to those cold temperatures and a big winter storm, Mammoth Mountain Ski Resort got a measurable amounts of snow in California. The resort town posted on the following on social media. Thanks to Mother Nature, we're coming through this past storm cycle and snowmaking teams taking advantage of the cold temps. The mountain has made substantial progress in the necessary base for opening. Mammoth Mountain received 7 inches to 16 inches of natural snow since Sunday this week, and more is in the forecast. Full operational plan, including available trails and lifts, will be announced soon. They later announced that the snow activities were able to open up today. This video was captured Monday in our the parking lot of a sister station in Sacramento. Oh, story number 2, here we go. Just kind of savor that snow for a few more seconds. Now, if they can keep it in California for a while, it is only mid-November here in central Ohio. Now, another story of video really cool that you want to see. This video was captured Monday in the parking lot of our sister station in Sacramento, California. A rainbow appeared over the area as light rain came down. Many parts of California experienced a major atmospheric rain event for the past few days that brought rainbows, got the snow to the Mammoth Mountains, and bright clouds against the gray skies. And another atmospheric river heading toward the west coast as we get toward this weekend, and that will pose some challenges for us here in central Ohio in the middle of next week. So we're going to be updating the forecast. Of course, everybody has plans this weekend. A lot of folks have people coming to central Ohio, or you're traveling the week of Thanksgiving. It's not going to be a picnic. We're going to continue to update that forecast for you hour by hour, especially starting at 4 o'clock this evening on 10 TV. And until then, you can always catch more news and weather online at 10tv.com. Have a great afternoon.